Hello, I'm Steve Anthony, Senior Producer, Electronic Arts Black Box. The move to Frostbite has allowed us to finally deliver on what we've been talking about for some time, which was this epic coast-to-coast race. Moving to Frostbite has definitely allowed us to do that. The track has been, basically doubled. We've got 4 times more objects, 4 times more textures. So it's definitely a step in the right direction. I think for us, it's allowed us to expand much further than we would have been able to under our old engine. We're still a driving game. 99% of the game is still driving. The way we look at the quick time events, they're little beats in the story where basically Jack will lose his car or have his car taken away, and basically he needs to get into another car. And so from a creative standpoint, what we wanted to do is basically give the players a gameplay experience as opposed to watching an NIS. So I have no doubt that when people pick up the game and play it for the first time and play the entire story mode, they'll see how few of these events actually happen, and I think it'll be a non-issue at that point. I think we should be careful about how much we emphasize the story, because I think at the end of the day, we are a narrative light in terms of our game isn't about a massive story or 2 hours of story. We tell a story about how Jack is involved in the race and why he's involved in the race, and we pull you along through that story over the course of the run itself. But I certainly wouldn't say that we are a story-heavy game, because at the end of the day, we're still a driving game. Driving fans generally want to drive, obviously, so our story is really just to put context and provide the fiction for why Jack's in this race, and then we let you do the driving, and that's the base, obviously, of the game itself. The most challenging track in the game is probably Smoky Mountain. Unbelievable technical track, which is basically switchbacks, and we give you a very fast car to do it in. So that is probably the most technically challenging track in the game. My favorite tracks are actually some of the tracks in the plains. I just think it's a weird place that you wouldn't necessarily think of great drives, but when you play them, they're some of the best drives in our game, and so we play them over and over. It's one of the events we've shown here today as well. I think we need to see how it does and get it out. I think this has potential. I think it's a great concept, but I think we need to see how it does, and then we'll come back and take some time off, and then we'll kind of regather our thoughts. We'll let the consumers feedback, we'll let the media feedback and the press feedback, and kind of take each of those and come up with what we're going to do next. But we'll see.